And these people who control all of these things, have been working very hard to indoctrinate us into hating a book that we have never read. And unfortunately, a lot of us out here in the West fell for it. I know I was one of them. But why? When the Quran forbids you, when God in the Quran forbids you from taking usury, from participating in usury, from participating in an interest economy, the bankers suffer.
Seorang pria asal Amerika Serikat yang baru saja memeluk Islam membocorkan alasan mengapa banyak orang di negara barat memiliki pandangan yang kurang positif terhadap Islam. Menurutnya, ada kelompok besar yang tidak ingin Islam berkembang, di mana itu akan menyebabkan banyak perusahaan besar akan bangkrut jika banyak yang menjalankan ajaran Islam.
Have been trying to get us to hate Islam and Muslims for decades now, for a very, very long time. At one point, every man should ask themselves why. They have been relatively successful because there are a lot of people who hate Islam and Muslims out here in the West, and yet they have never read a book, never read the Quran, for example, and they still hate it. In that instance, you have to ask yourself, why do I hate a book I've never read? All of us here are indoctrinated into something at one point in our life. We all are. That is inevitable. And these people who control all of these things, have been working very hard to indoctrinate us into hating a book that we have never read. And unfortunately, a lot of us out here in the West fell for it. I know I was one of them. But why? Why do they tell you to look for solutions to all things in life everywhere except one particular book?
Tepat sekali, banyak dari mereka memilih ideologi yang sebenarnya tidak mampu menjawab permasalahan manusia. Seperti kapitalisme, salah satu pilar utama ideologi Barat, yang seringkali menciptakan ketidaksetaraan ekonomi yang semakin lebar antara si kaya dan si miskin. Padahal, Al-Quran menawarkan solusi hidup yang sudah teruji oleh waktu, dan masih relevan hingga sampai saat ini. Tetapi, ada ketakutan bagi mereka jika Al-Quran digunakan sebagai pedoman hidup, di mana banyak perintah Al-Quran yang bertentangan dengan usaha atau bisnis besar mereka.
When the Quran forbids you, when God in the Quran forbids you from taking usury, from participating in usury, from participating in an interest economy, the bankers suffer. When God forbids us from participating in zina, it is the entertainment industry that suffers, it is the pharmaceutical industry that suffers. When God forbids us from engaging in extramarital sex, it protects women. It doesn't leave them vulnerable anymore. They're not accessible anymore. When God tells us to respect our parents, that we can't say even as much as oof to them, it preserves the core family unit and allows the parents to raise their own children and give them good advice so they can spare them from hardships in life. When God forbids us from alcohol, intoxication, and gambling, from addiction, it harms the alcohol companies, it harms the drug companies, and it preserves our dignity. It doesn't make us easy to control. It is God that gives us freedom. And if we gain that freedom, the people that stand to lose, the bankers, the entertainers, and all these other people that want to control your mind, they get to lose. So they do everything they can to get you to hate a book that you've never even read. They misrepresent it. They use people who don't follow it as an example of Islam, so you think that all of us are evil like that. And they will do anything to prevent you from reading first, and especially from following the book, because there will be no more free drugs, interest. The family values are going to be reinstated in this country. The women are going to be liberated from the oppression that they are experiencing now.
Tidak bisa dibantah. Hampir semua yang dilarang oleh Islam bisa kita temui di kehidupan kita karena ulah mereka. Namun, kita jangan pernah menyerah dan menangkis panah-panah syaiton itu dengan terus berdoa dan berusaha.